So first things first, I guess, this is the work in progress of my bookshelf, which is exciting, I guess. They're just deep enough to hold my widest book, which is all you need and all I wanted. I didn't want a big bookcase coming out into the room with this much space in front of my book on the shelves. So that's all with that. I have a bit of a book haul. I have 5 books to show you. Woo! So I'll start with, I guess, the order that I got them in. So the first book that I got was The Forever Song by Julie Kagawa, or Kagawa, I don't know how to say her name, which is the third and final book in the Blood of Eden trilogy. I was super excited to get this. I had been waiting like an entire year to get it, and I read it already, and it was pretty good. I didn't think it was as good as the first two, but it was still really good and ended the series off pretty well. And you're not going to see a review for this one for a while, because I don't do full reviews on sequels, because you would have to give stuff away, which is silly. So I wait until I have like 3 or 4 or 5 sequels to talk about at once, so I can just talk a little bit about them without spoiling anything, but still let you know my thoughts, I guess. So you'll see this in the future sometime, because this is the first sequel I've read, and I haven't read any other sequels yet since my last one. The next book that I got was actually when I was in Kohl's in my town, and that was when I found out that you can order my book from a chapter store, and so I was excited and had to celebrate by buying a book. I didn't want to spend a lot of money though, because I don't have very much money, so I got Remember Me by Sophie Kinsella, because it was only $10, and you can't really go wrong with Sophie Kinsella. This is about someone who wakes up after a car accident and she doesn't have a memory, really, or something, or she only has a memory from before her car accident, and she doesn't know her boyfriend and he's hot or something. So, I don't know. I guess it's kind of similar to The Vow, except funny. And then I got an ARC. I got Tabula Rasa by Kristen Lippert Martin. And I got this from Rachel from Ray K Books. She was giving away a whole bunch of ARCs that she got, because she had like 100 of them or something. So I just paid for the shipping and she sent me this one, and I'm almost done it. I have just a little bit left. I have like 50 pages left or something. I was actually going to finish reading it today, but then I went and bought the next 2 books that I'm going to show you. And I'm probably going to finish this tonight though. It's actually really good. It is about people who are having their memories wiped, and the people who are having their memories wiped think it's because they have PTSD and they haven't been able to get over it with like regular traditional treatments, so they're getting their memory wiped so that they can move on. But that's not actually what's happening, but you don't know what's actually happening, and the girl that it's about is like, they're trying to kill her, and then someone is trying to save her, and she doesn't know what's happening or why and who she is, and she doesn't remember anything, and it's like, ah! It's good. It's really exciting. So yeah, this one comes out in September. I ended up going to a used bookstore with my friend, because the other day she texted me and was like, oh my god, there's a used bookstore across the street from my apartment building. And I was like, what? So I was off today and she was off at 3, so we both went. And I ended up getting Safe Haven by Nicholas Sparks. I have read 2 Nicholas Sparks books. I don't own them. I borrowed them from my manager at work. But they were pretty good, and this one's a movie. Obviously you can tell by the movie cover with beautiful Josh Duhamel on the cover. Is that how you say his last name? Anyway, so I kind of wanted to see this movie, but because it was a book, and it was a book by an author I have read before and enjoyed, I was like, I should really read the book first. And so it was there, so I got it, and so then after I read it, I can watch the movie. Yay! And then I got The Subtle Knife by Philip Pullman, which is the second book in the His Dark Materials series. So the first one is The Golden Compass. I quite enjoyed The Golden Compass, and I have been wanting to get the second one for a while, but I haven't been able to find one with the matching cover to the one that I have. And so I've been like, oh well, I'm probably not going to read it right away if I get it anyway, so I'll just wait until I find a matching cover. And there was a matching cover! Ha-ha! And then I wanted to get a third book while I was there as well, and I was like, I kind of want to get another one. And so the lady was like, well, what do you have? And then so she saw this one, and she was like, oh, I think I have the third one. And then she found it, but it was smaller and a completely different cover, and I was like, no, that doesn't match, I'm sorry. And she thought I was joking, and I was like, no, I'm serious. They need to match. So I just got the 2. But yeah, please don't judge me on buying these books. First of all, this one was like part of a series, the new one, so I had to get that one. And So If You Can Sella was Celebration book. And then this was, I just paid for the shipping. And yeah, and I'm gonna make people buy it when it comes out because it's good. And then these 2, I used my book money to buy these. Money that I made selling my book that I wrote. I used it to buy other books that other people wrote. Yay! And I have to buy books right now if I want to read, because my books are still packed away and they're difficult to get at. They're actually easier to get at than they were before, but they're still difficult to get at, and they're all piled in boxes on top of, and it's difficult. So I've just been reading new books instead of trying to get books from my packed up books. So I kind of needed these anyway, because this isn't going to be done, like, by the weekend. Like, no, it's not happening. So I have some reading material until my library is done.